Welcome back to a totally random but totally awesome podcast. You're joined here with Q-Tip.
Miranda.
And this episode's going to be a little different. It's more of me going to be talking because we're going to talk about a Skillet concert I recently went to.
And I didn't go, so I have no say in this.
So this was the Rock Resurrection Tour with Skillet, Theory of a Dead Man, and Saint Asonia. If you don't know them, go check them out. Saint Asonia singer is Adam Gontier, the old singer of 3 Days Grace, if you didn't know. So the first memory I have is waiting outside. I think I showed up about 20 minutes before VIP. I got VIP, by the way. Not the meet and greet VIP, just regular early entry VIP.
So you're fancy, but you're not fancy.
Yeah. You know what my mom told me? She said next time I see Skillet, I have to get VIP. Like, meeting them. I like, all right, Mom.
Why did she say you have to?
Because I've seen them so many times that I might as well just go meet them.
Don't choke.
I probably will. I'm just going to get up there. Hi.
No, before you even say hi, just ha. Okay, before we get too distracted again, continue.
Anyways, I had to wait about 20 minutes outside. So, it was freezing, which I was triggered about. This concert was in Omaha, Nebraska, and right now in South Dakota, we have, like, feet of snow on the ground. Omaha, none. No snow. And then, the week before I went, it was 60s in Omaha. A week after, 60s. When I'm there, 20 degrees. I was just like, bruh.
That's how luck is for you.
Of course, when I go, it's going to be cold. But,
just wait till you get back here. You got negative 10.
Yeah.
Or 10 above. You either get a negative or you get barely above. There's no in between. I'm sorry.
I remember a guy came out. It's like, all right, all early access VIPs, come with me. And I was back in the line, a couple people, and I was gonna skip the line, and he's like, hold up, there's a lot of people that have this that has to get in. I was like, well, I kind of jumped the gun. I was cold. I wanted to get inside.
It happens.
Yeah. And so it was at Baxter Arena, and it's a hockey arena. So when they finally checked me in, and they scanned my ticket, all that, I was running down to get to the front, and they put these like things over the ice hockey rink so it wasn't slippery. But once you stepped on them, they'd slide.
Ooh.
So when you're running, you're also sliding. It was so weird.
So it wasn't necessarily not slippery.
Yeah.
Slippery.
It was weird how they did it, but sadly, I did not get all the way to the front.
Ooh.
I was second row, which is not bad. I should not be complaining at all.
No, it could have been worse. You could have gotten stuck way at the back.
Yeah. But I remember I told my mom I'd look at the merch stand and stuff before and tell her what I wanted. I didn't have time for that. I had to go. So
Did you get merch?
Yeah. I got this shirt that says like I need a hero on it. I got this bandana thing, which looks like that. I'm showing Miranda.
Yeah.
I'll send her the pictures.
And then you guys can see it.
Signed Drumhead.
Nice.
Which is funny because if you look, John Cooper's autograph is upside down.
That's what happens when you sign in a rush.
I got a Theory of a Dead Man signed dinosaur CD, which apparently my mother didn't know was signed. I think she just paid for a regular one and she got a signed one. So
that's something you don't bring up. Just be like, yes, this is a normal one.
With my thing, I got a VIP laminate. which I think I'm gonna start like because I have it hanging on a tack right now. I think I'm just gonna keep adding them. So
don't you have like a signed drumhead wall?
Yeah, I'm starting one. I have two currently, a skillet one and a buckcherry one.
What about your
my forged one?
Yeah, your bootleg.
I have a bootleg Hailstorm.
Made it for an art project.
And then I got this signed. I think it was 11 by 17 something. Just a picture of the tour. And then yeah, I think that was it for the stuff I got that technically I bought. I did get more stuff. We'll get into that.
Air quotes, Quentin.
So, nothing really happened between once I got in and Saint Asonia.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very cool seeing Adam because when you watch him like on a Saint Asonia music video or something, to me, I don't really tell that it's Adam from 3 Days Grace. Like it never really clicks.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I saw him walk onto the stage, I was like, that's Adam.
Yeah, I saw the videos you posted. Mm-hmm. You should go check those out.
I'm going to plug my channel, Q-Tips Adventures. That's also my Instagram.
Link in the description.
I post on both. Check it out. My next video will probably not be until June, I think, when I see Shinedown. Could change if another concert comes up, but definitely check out the channel, get those views up,
He still sounds like Adam. He doesn't sound...
Yeah.
He's aged well, is what I'm saying.
You could just see it in his face, or that's Adam.
That's Adam right there.
A cool thing. I don't know if you can really see it in my videos or not, but Adam has this cool mic holder. It's like a robotic arm type thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's sick. Here, maybe you can see it a little bit.
Oh yeah, you can really see it. Yeah.
But he'll pick it up.
That sounds like super fake, but yeah, I can really see it.
You can disconnect it.
Uh-huh.
And so he'd hold the arm like this while the mic's still attached to it. It looks so funny. You can see it in one of my videos.
Is that PRS?
Hmm?
I just noticed that.
Yep, it's a PRS.
If getting sidetracked but also staying on topic was a sport, we'd be in first place.
So yeah, nothing really happened during Saint Asonia, but they absolutely rock hard. One of my favorite songs they played was The Hunted.
Mm-hmm.
Still gotta get that CD that's on. But then between Saint Asonia and Theory of Dead Man, again, nothing really happened. I was just standing there because I had no one to talk to. And then I had looked at the set list before for Theory of a Dead Man, and it says, walk out, Sweet Caroline. So I'm just standing there listening to the music playing, and I hear, doo-doo-doo, and then I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, God.
And
oh, no.
That crowd got so loud, and especially these two guys next to me, they were just screaming it. It was pretty awesome.
Sweet Caroline. Get there. Okay, no more. We'll get copyright claimed.
And then they play this. The lights go down. They play this track, and they open with Dinosaur, which is off the new record called Dinosaur. I was really glad because they switched between that and Ambulance. I also happy because it's a co-headliner tour.
Mm-hmm.
So Skillet could get swapped out for headliner and stuff. Thank goodness I saw them as the headliner, because I like Skillet a little more than Theory.
I would say it makes sense, but that sounds like I'm dissing. Is that the word?
But
they're both good bands.
One funny thing that happened during Theory of a Dead Man was Tyler was walking across the stage, and he finds a pic on the ground, and it happened to be Adams from Saint Asonia.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, it's a Saint Asonia pic. Oh, it has Adam's phone number on it." Throws it into the crowd. I was like, "I want that pic."
Did you get the pic?
Not that big.
Oh.
But I did get a pic.
You did get a pic?
We'll tell about that later, though. Sorry, but
how could you?
yeah, so Saint Asonia plays their set. I was hyped during Low Life because I love that song. I feel like it represents me. I don't live in a trailer, but if I did,
I'd hope you didn't you don't live in a trailer.
But something cool, and they did some covers like "Walk," Pantera, "Paradise City," Guns N' Roses. Surprisingly, "Hurt" by Johnny Cash. Another song I love that they performed was "Hate My Life," because the first line is "I hate all the hobos." I just find that hysterical.
Using your big words. You're using your big kid words.
I better use them. I don't know a lot of them. Later that night, I went on like the Snapchat Snap Map, and I saw a picture of this dude holding his beer, and you could see a Theory of a Dead Man pic just sitting at the bottom of it. So I'd like to believe he was sipping on his beer and it just flew into his drink.
Yeah, that'd be them. I would believe that.
That would have been hilarious if that's how that played out.
Just do. Oh, there's a pick in my drink now.
It's like he doesn't notice, so he drinks it.
Go.
I wonder what that was. I'll find out in a day or two.
Like a day later. Oh my god.
So yeah, nothing really special happened during Theory of a Dead Man. A lot happened during Skillet. That was the big thing. But before we get into that, between Theory of a Dead Man and Skillet, something finally interesting happened.
What was that?
I got a hype squad.
Hype squad.
Yeah. So, basically, during Theory of a Dead Man, I see these girls come up behind me, like trying to get in front, and I didn't talk to them till after Theory set, and we just started talking like, what's our favorite band and stuff like that, and they told me like two of theirs. I had no idea who they were. They're like, they got offended. Like, not in a bad way, though.
They're like, oh my gosh, how do you not know them?
Yeah, and not like, I'm going to shame you for not knowing these people.
Shame on you.
But one told me she was a 4th grade teacher.
Oh,
I was like, what? Actually? Like, you're in school, you don't expect your teachers to, like, listen to rock.
We have, like, one teacher at our school who likes similar music to ours.
Yeah. And it's always awkward because, like, wait, you actually listen to this stuff? But I found it cool. And note, she was telling me she was a teacher while holding a beer.
Oh, no.
And she was like, all right, this is not here.
You do not see it.
You do not see this. It was the funniest thing ever. They asked me how old I was. I was like, oh, I'm 16. And they're like, what? You're only 16. And it was funny to see the reaction. And they're like, you're 16. And you came and stood in the pit alone. Like they couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah.
Well, you're like, no, I don't mean this in a bad way, but compared to the average pit goers that I've seen, you're like a brick wall.
Oh yeah, I'm brute. You can quote that.
I'm brute.
So yeah, they're like, That takes guts to do that. Just come stand in the pit alone.
I'd be pulling you into the pit with me because if you've seen me, which I'm pretty sure you have, I'm not made for the pit, but I want to go in the pit.
They're like, we wouldn't have the balls to do that. I was like, all right, because I was like, I don't know how to respond to that. The teacher, obviously, she was asking me like if I was thinking of college or any further schooling after I graduate. I was like, not really. Like, I was kind of scared to say that. Her being a teacher, I don't know.
Yeah. That's fair.
But she was like, all right, well, what you like to do and stuff. I was like, well, I like to do stuff with music, ironically. And she actually respected me for it. She wasn't like, oh, you can never
That's not like
musician.
A super rare thing to have someone be like, oh yeah, that's cool, do that. But it isn't as common as you'd hope it would be. Mm-hmm. It's not super rare, but it's not super common at the same time.
Like, around these parts, if you don't have...
good old parts of this state.
If you don't have, like, a real job, like, that's reachable...
Are you saying music ain't a real job,
It is, but not for these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people around here don't really... think that's gonna happen.
If we had video, you'd see me shaking my head.
Yeah. Except for there's a couple people that will support us, and I always like to those people. Don't be a person that shoots someone else down with their dreams.
You're not a person anyone would like, really.
Yeah. But she was like, well, I don't care if you have no supporters. I'll support you. And I was like, damn, that's it.
You said you wouldn't tell me this so I could get a genuine reaction. My genuine reaction is that in that moment, because emotions are high in that moment, I'd be like, wow.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting her to say it at all. It's just like, oh, wow, okay.
Because it's where we live. No one really cares for rock music. I mean, not to brag anything, but John Cooper himself said that the Midwest was probably the most rock.
Yeah, sorry.
Type place.
Sorry if you live somewhere else, but Midwest rocks harder. I'm guessing it's because we don't get a lot of rock shows.
Yeah, we take what we can get, and when we get something good, we're hyped.
Yeah, because it's mostly country around here.
Yeehaw!
And liking rock, country's like the opposite of rock, so...
There's country rock, I think. I hope.
Yeah,
no.
This guy I saw once, Corey Marks, he's country rock. I liked him, but still not the same feeling you get when you hear hard rock, metal.
Classic rock.
But, here's a part that I want to see your reaction to. So, I was standing there talking to her, and she's like, just out of nowhere, I love you.
Who said this?
That teacher.
The teacher said, I love you to you?
Yeah. Clearly, she meant as a person. But out of context.
That's what you meant when you said, but out of context it was...
Oh, there's more.
Oh, God, there's more.
So, after that, she said, I want to tell your parents that I love you.
No, that won't go well.
Okay. And then she's clearly joking. She goes, let's get married. I was like, what?
I hope she was laughing.
Yeah, she was. I was standing there like, what? Like, kind of, that laugh you do when you don't really understand what's going on. Like, yeah. But another thing kind of like that happened later.
He has a whole, 2 papers of information in writing. And I have one paper with, 2 things written down.
So, I was during theory or after theory between skillet, I was literally dying.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't drank anything, and this is a real problem. It always happens.
You gotta bring water with you.
Well, see, here's the problem. I can't get into the venue like where the concessions are until they release the floodgates.
Bring water with you beforehand.
It's not so easy.
Do it anyways.
I forget, and I always pay the price. So this teacher, she's a nice girl. She's like, "You want me to go get you a drink?" She says this while holding a beer.
Out of context.
Her friends turn around and like, whoa.
Whoa.
There's an inside joke that goes along with that between me and Miranda. If you've ever seen the band Paula's Beacon.
We were joking about it before we started recording. We were just dying laughing.
Yeah. Did you post that video or did Matthew?
Matthew did.
All right. So
I will hesitantly plug his channel in the description.
Yeah.
Considering he plugged his own channel in my comments in one of my other channels.
No, we do not want to plug his channel. But for the content of this channel,
I'll plug the video. How about that?
all right, that's better. Don't
With
plug
the-
the channel.
with the
just to
timestamp.
But,
Sorry, Matthew.
But yeah, her friends couldn't believe what she just said, and she's like, "Oh, water, or like a Coke or something."
Yeah, well, you already know that.
Yeah.
It was like water.
Yeah,
Coke.
I was tempted to go cocaine.
Go guys. Quinn, we're a family-friendly channel. We're a family-friendly
Oh, my
channel.
bad. I
No,
forgot
we're
family
not.
friend.
We're not family-friendly. Don't even.
Oh, this is the funny part. So, they were set on giving me a pick.
Oh,
like,
God.
The teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Oh, no.
She was willing to do anything. She's like, I will even flash them.
I knew that was coming, but I knew it was coming, but
I was like, because theory already got done, so she'd have to like flash Seth. I was like, that dude's married.
John's a married man.
John's married, so like, I mean, if you want to flash Jen, I mean,
You can get a drumstick if he goes that way.
but I was not expecting her to say that.
Considering she's what, 4th grade teacher?
I was like expecting like her to say, "Oh, we'll like point at you or something." No, I'm gonna flash a titty at him. I was like,
Quentin, you said no. You never.
what?
Matthew, if you're listening, Matthew.
For the context of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's literally what she said, and I was like, all right. Because I knew I could not like stop her from doing anything.
What do I do with this information that you've provided?
Miranda's like very uncomfortable right now.
Get me out of here! Help!
Something cool. One of her friends, she did get to the front.
Mm-hmm.
So her and I would switch out between songs. Like I'd go up front and then she'd step back, and which was cool.
Oh, nice for her.
I wish I was up there the whole time, but
Hey, you got a good spot before.
Something I found hilarious was, so the way Jen's drums are set up, she, when she sings into the mic, she'd be looking like in the direction where I was. So I swear she was looking at me the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when I was up front, and then when I'd step back to let the other girl up front, she'd look away. Mm-hmm. Then when I got back up front, she'd look at me again. It was awesome. And this, if you haven't seen our first skill video, she looked at me, and you can't defend yourself this time. Especially during Hero. When
Did she happen to be singing every time she was like looking at you?
No.
I don't believe that.
Like she'd be playing, just looking at me. It's awesome. It actually brings me back to a dream I had. It's a weird dream.
Kind of weird.
Like, so I was in my room. I'm playing my drums.
Mm-hmm.
across from me, facing me, was Jen and her drums. We're having like a drum off. And I remember, I don't know why, but I was sitting on the ground. And I could see Jen looking down at me from her drum set. So it was kind of weird how those two things, like, in my dream she was looking at me from her drum set. In real life she was looking at me from her drum set.
So a correlation of some kind.
It's like, I can see the future.
You're not a prophet. You're not a psychic.
Darn.
You're a human being named Quentin.
So a couple of more things the teacher said. She talked to me about real life situations, like how my life's gonna go and how life's gonna suck. I was like, thank you for like actually talking to me like as a human, not like a kid. Because like most adults you meet, they'll like talk to you like a kid. I hate it.
Oh, I hate it so much. Like, I'm not a kid. I haven't been a kid for a while.
Yeah.
So don't treat me like I'm still 5 years old.
Exactly.
And I'm like 10 years beyond that.
Yeah. But yeah, she was talking to me like how life was gonna suck, and I was like, this is actually a nice conversation because we're talking about real things and not just like.
What do you want to do in 10 years? I don't know what I want to do in 10 years.
Yeah, and then Skillet comes on stage.
Yeah.
So one of the first memories I have. You can check this out on my YouTube channel because I have a video of it.
He does.
During Legendary, Mr. John Cooper comes down into the crowd, and he'll the front row or so. Excuse me. He'll give like high fives to, and when they well, he'll let people sing into the mic sometimes, and there's this 2-year-old next to me, and he kisses her on the cheek, which I thought was funny and adorable. Then he gets to me. We do like this bro handshake. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like, you grab each other's hand and then shake it. But that was cool. And then
you're now bonded for life.
Yeah. He gets to the end, comes back, and puts the mic like near me. So all the guys in the room were just going, to the top, ain't ever gonna stop, which was cool. You can see it in my video. It's towards the end of the video. I think I filmed that whole song.
Did you sing into the mic, Quentin?
Yes and no. Because the mic was like this far.
Yeah.
So it probably caught my voice. But he wouldn't like put it directly up to me.
It would have been funny if he kept it there and you just screamed.
Or I just took it to the top.
Hey, that's taking too much of the spotlight.
It would have been funny though.
It would have.
He would have never came back to that side of the stage.
Oh, your hype squad. You turn around and they're gone.
But what was I gonna say?
Who knows?
Oh God. Oh yeah. So my first intention, I was gonna go on Corey's side, but when I got to the stairs going down to the floor, I saw that side was filled pretty heavily. So I was like, gotta run to Seth's side.
Run, man, run!
So I got to Seth's side. If you watched our first Skillet video, we talked about how Seth threw a pick at the end, and it missed us by centimeters, it feels like. And it dropped in front of us, and we couldn't get it. It was true.
Cool security, that wouldn't help us.
Yeah. This time it changed.
Ooh.
For the resistance gets done. I'm like, let's go, like trying to get his attention. And my hype squad's hyping me up from behind. And he threw me a pick, and I actually caught it.
Nice.
So that was cool. I got some redemption there. And then another thing, the fourth grade teacher had left sometime during skillet, so she didn't see me catch the pig.
Oh.
But after they walked off stage, I was like, all right, I'll just camp out for a little bit. Maybe get a set list.
Mm-hmm.
So the dude, he's peeling off the set list. He's like a couple people down from me to the left, and he's handing it out. And then my hype squad's, no, this guy. And I got it, so that was cool.
You have to send that to me, too. Just send everything.
Yeah.
Like, physically send everything. You don't need it.
Here, how about this? I'll put it all in a box and ship it to you, even though we live close together.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be there in 2 to 3 business days.
We live like not even 10 minutes away. Not even 5.
But so ended the night good, getting a pick and a set list.
Can't relate.
Oh, I forgot to talk about that. Another cool thing, Skillet's new-ish record. It's been out for over a year, but they released the deluxe edition Day of Destiny of Dominion, and on that, Psycho in My Head, which I got to hear live for the first time, which was cool. And another thing that was cool, Jen did her drum solo. Seth did a guitar solo that led into Psycho in My Head, which was cool.
Did you record it?
Yeah.
No! Let's go!
So there's that. Let's see, what else do I have down here? Surviving the Game. I got to hear that live. And that's when he had his CO2 guns.
Oh.
It was so nice because it was hot.
Hot. Is it the things that like he shoots them and
yeah. It felt so nice because it's so cold.
Yeah, I remember when that happened at our Skillet, the Skillet concert I went to with you during the summer, like a year or 2 ago already.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Would have been 21.
Oh God, Quentin, we're old. Anyways, it felt really nice, but it was like I wasn't expecting it to be cold.
Yeah.
I just felt a bunch of it hit my face. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Because it was outside, and not only that, it was getting close to night, so it was really cold. It wasn't like that was really cold because I was still soaking wet from the rain.
Yeah. Another cool thing off that Day of Destiny, they are remastered Finish Line off of Victorious, and they did it with Adam Gontier of Saint Asonia.
Nice.
So.
Don't say 3 days grace, Quentin. Don't say 3 days grace.
But I was so happy because that one girl was in front and she's like, "You want to switch?" I was like, "Sure." She had no idea that Adam Gontier was gonna come out, so I got lucky there. And I go to the girl next to me and like, Adam is gonna come out and sing this with Skillet. She's like, "Who?" I was like, the first guy that came out. She's like, "Oh." I don't think she believed me because the look on her face when he actually walked out was like, "Oh, you were serious."
You were right.
So that was pretty funny. But yeah. So show gets over and I'm just about to walk out. I actually see the teacher. So I walk over to her. I kind of tap her on the shoulder. Was like, "Oh, I guess our plan worked out." And I showed her the pic, and she was very happy for me.
Did you have a set list, right?
Yeah.
Did you show her the set list?
Yeah. And I was like, "Thanks."
Question for you, Quinn. Question for you.
Yeah.
Did you get their names?
No.
That's our issue. That's our curse. Every concert we go to, or one of us goes to, mostly him, because I don't go to concerts, I'm not allowed to, or I just don't in general. Anyways, our curse is we meet people, a person or people we think they're cool.
Yeah.
They're cool the entire show, and we don't get their name.
It's a real problem. Oh, kind of like Cool Guy now. She was gonna give me her number so that I could like text her when I was doubting myself or just needed to talk, and
She walked away.
and we both kind of forgot about it, and I didn't realize until after I went back to my aunt's house and I was rewatching footage that I was like, I didn't get her number.
Oh, I would be so bummed out about that.
Yeah. So
If she lives in.
So I'm crossing my fingers that if I go to another concert around Omaha, that maybe I'll see her.
Maybe she'll listen to this.
If you're listening, my socials are Q-Tips Adventures. Hit me up.
I would be so bummed though, because like with Kuga, he said he'd give us like his Facebook or something, and then with him, we didn't forget. He just straight up walked away. I watched him turn and walk away.
Yeah.
It's like, where are you going? Where you just said?
Danzo, where are you going?
Well, where are you going? You can't just say that and leave.
That's also in that video that we're gonna link.
Not linking your channel, Matthew. I'm sorry, and if you do, I'm deleting that comment.
Yeah, and that was pretty much it. I remember walking up the stairs, then waiting for my mom and my brother to like meet me. I was expecting them to have water. Nope.
They blink. That's your own fault.
I was dying. I think.
How were your feet?
Oh, they hurt, especially the day after, because we had to leave at like 8 a.m. I was just hobbling up the stairs like, ow, ow, ow.
Kids, remember, if you're going to a concert, if you can, have as much water prepared as possible, and just have a good, flat, comfortable spot to just pass out, because you're going to be exhausted, dehydrated, and your feet are going to be sore.
Oh, yeah. I remember when she led me up to the barricade the first time, I kind of leaned against it, and I was like, oh, that feels so good. Because I could take the weight off my feet.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, they only hurt for like a day.
Nice. But I think with my first concert, which was Skillet, my feet hurt for like 3 days after. It was so bad. Not only that, my head hurt for like a day after.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was so much cigarette smoke, and I was inhaling so much of it. Because it couldn't really help it because it was being blown right at us.
Yeah, luckily that didn't happen this time. I didn't see anyone smoking. Probably because it was an indoor show. But there's still some people that will do it. And I didn't get danced on this time.
Nice.
And
I don't know if that's nice or bad. Or...
And there was no drunk people around me. That teacher was probably close. She was like a couple beers in. But she seemed to keep it together.
I wonder if the teacher didn't realize, like, I didn't get that guy's number. I wonder if she had the same realization.
I remember she asked me where I went to school, and I was like, I'm from South Dakota, and we were both like, oh, rip. Because, like, imagine we found out that she taught at the same school I went to. I'd just be like, what?
Quentin, I'm sorry, but you're now legally required to move all the way down there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was right. It was nice knowing you. I'll talk to you through Snapchat and Instagram.
All right. Well, that was my Skillet concert.
You have one more point to talk about that you forgot to bring up, and you mentioned the song earlier. I did. The mosh pit during the Resistance.
Oh yeah, there was a mosh pit.
You told me about that.
Yeah, there was a mosh pit during the Resistance. I didn't see it because I was up front. But my brother told me after the show there was a pit during the Resistance. I was like, actually? Like, Skillet? A pit? And, like, it didn't really make sense. And he said it was a fairly big pit, too. And
just imagine a wall of death.
That reminds me of something, actually. During Theory of a Dead Man, I don't remember what song it was, but some person actually passed out. They were about to start the song.
That's why you gotta keep water on you, or like give yourself some space.
Yeah, they were about to start the next song, and he kind of leaned into the mic. I was like expecting him to start the song, And he's like, "Hey, we need some medical assistance over here." I kind of like poked up my head trying to look like what happened. And apparently Matthew said the people around him were holding him up.
Oh, crowd surfing.
But yeah, I never realized anything had happened. I think Tyler handled it a lot calmer than Ivan Moody when I saw Five Finger Death Punch, because he's just like, we need some medical assistance over here, and kind of like kept the show going.
Ivan, on the other hand,
Ivan, we're singing he's like, whoa, 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 like screaming, back up and stuff like that.
I think you showed me that because I think you recorded it. Or Matthew did.
I was just like, yeah, he handled that a little better than because like Ivan.
At least they were both handled in a way where the person got help.
Yeah, Ivan, you could tell he was over it because he always has to stop the show.
Mm-hmm.
But
was that the only time he had to stop the show, or did he have to stop the show before? Ivan, I mean.
That
specific show.
Yeah, I think he only had to stop once.
Mm-hmm. But if he has to stop every single show, I'd be over it too.
I thought he was going to have to stop it twice. Because during the bleeding, the last song, I could see this dude get shoved about 5 feet back. I was like, uh-oh.
Why do people fight at concerts? Just go outside.
Yeah,
take it outside.
We're one big rock family, all right? We're not there to hurt each other. And
if you are there to hurt people, just don't. Get out. Yeah. You're going to get kicked out anyways, so just leave.
All right, that was my Rock Resurrection concert. Heads up, second leg is coming, confirmed by all the bands.
And if they come near here, I'm going to try and go with this total nut job, nutcase, whatever you want to call him.
I'll actually be seeing Skillet later this year at Lifelight in Sioux Falls. I might upload videos, I might not, depends where I'm at, because thousands of people go to that because it's a free show. So wish me luck.
I wish you all my luck, which isn't some of the luck. Some of that luck you wouldn't want, but.
But yeah, hope to see you on another podcast soon. And peace.
Peace.